Salespeople, if I told you that by watching this video, you could and would double your sales numbers, and it would happen in 90 days or less, would you watch the video? Man, ain't no salesperson in the world who would say, nah, Frank, man, I'm good. I don't need to double my sales. I'm good. Ain't nobody saying that. So keep watching, because in this video, I'm gonna teach you how to double your sales in 90 days or less. And I promise you, it's not gonna be hard to do. Hey, you've turned it on, now leave it on, because Lopes is live.
Now for the hundreds watching live and the millions around the world that wish they could be here. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for Live with Lopes.
What up, guys? It's Gary Vee, and it's time to get more Frank. Frank, where are you?
Hey, sales pros, have you ever had one of those situations where a customer says something to you and you've got no flipping idea what to say back to the customer? Man, that used to happen to me all the time. So that's why we developed these Closing Drills cards, word tracks for closers. 108 cards made specifically for automobile salespeople that will teach or remind you exactly what to say for almost anything a customer says to you. On the front of the card, what your customer says to you. On the back of the card, what you say to the customer, along with why the customer is saying that in the first place. 108 different scenarios, like the price is too high, the payment's out of my budget, I just don't like the color. Man, never have your mind go blank, never be at a loss for words, never not know what to say. All you got to do is grab them today. It's super simple. Just go to closingdrillscards.com.
Man, Magic Johnson, 5-time NBA champ with the Lakers. It's time to get Frank.
Live from the headquarters of Strong 30 Automotive Solutions, broadcasting from the Cars.com studio. It's the best show in auto, Live with Lopes, where we help you improve your performance, fulfill your mission, and earn more commission. Here's creator and host, Frank Lopes.
Oh yes, my brothers and my sisters. Welcome to another episode of the best show in auto. Welcome to another episode of Live with Lopes. Let's get right into it, and let's kick it off by seeing what's in the news. A recent study published by Kelley Blue Book says that EV tax credits successfully influenced many buyers in 2024. According to the recent study, 87% of shoppers who purchased a new electric vehicle in the United States took advantage of federal tax credits worth up to $7,500. The majority of buyers, specifically 64%, who purchased a luxury EV, and almost half, 49%, of those that purchased a mainstream EV, they said that the tax credit greatly influenced their decision. And at the time of recording this segment, the United States federal government is providing a tax incentive of up to $7,500 to be used towards the purchase or lease of a new electric vehicle. And that $7,500 can be used as or towards the buyer's down payment. Now, there are some stipulations to qualify for the $7,500, like buyers must meet certain income caps, and the EV being purchased must fall under certain price gaps. Also, the EV purchase must be built in North America. There's talk that President-elect Donald Trump may like to end the EV tax credit during his presidency, but automotive insiders close to the topic tell me that that's just hearsay from the left. For one, no president can kill a tax credit just like that all on their own. And Trump has said many times that he's not against EVs themselves, but is against the government telling its citizens what kind of car they can buy. And on top of that, every automaker has already invested heavily for both the short term and the long term in EV technology and production. Dealers are now embracing these tax credits as it allows them to be able to discount EVs heavily, which brings in leads and brings in traffic. So I ask, what do you think? Should the $7,500 credit remain in 2025? Why should or why shouldn't it continue? Answer now in the comments below, and I look forward to reading all of your comments. And my friends, that is what's in the news. How to double your sales in 90 days or less. That's coming up next. You've turned it on, now leave it on. You're watching the best show in auto, Live with Lopes. We will be right back.
Live with Lopes is brought to you by Car Now, the only road to real time. Hamlin and Associates, your next record month starts here. And Cars.com, showcasing the full value of local dealerships to the most valuable experience.
Cars.com constantly evolving with the market trends, constantly doing things differently for our store.
We've seen our leads and our traffic triple.
It's helping me sell extra 32 to 35 cars a month.
I know my salespeople know that they're more likely to sell a car from a Cars.com lead.
Cars.com has just been an amazing partner and has helped local dealers like us stay in business and continue to thrive.
We have results through Cars.com. As far as working with a company, you guys are the best.
You're watching Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com.
This is Dawn Staley, head coach of national champs South Carolina Gamecocks, U.S. Olympic gold medal winner, and member of the Basketball Hall of Fame. And it's time to get more frank.
Double your sales in 90 days or less on this brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto, Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com. Hey, my friends, before we get started, let me ask you, if you haven't done it yet, please hit that share button. Man, sharing is caring, and if you care at all about me, if you care at all about this show, that's a lot of pressure there, right? But it's okay. If you care at all, you will hit the share button right now. And also, my friends, I'm sure that you know somebody who needs to be watching tonight's show. Tag them in the comments, okay? Tag them right now or tag them anytime during the show. Salespeople, tag your managers. Managers, tag all your salespeople. Tag the dealers, tag Jesus, tag your grandma. It doesn't matter. Tag everybody and bring them into the show so that they can learn how to double their sales in 90 days or less. And last but not least, please do not forget, my friends, I cannot do this alone. Don't make me do all the heavy lifting by myself. I need your comments. Your comments are what fuel this show. Your comments create so much fantastic stuff for people to read. So please add your comments below during the show. I look forward to reading and to responding to each and every single one of them, either during the show itself or after the show. Okay, now let's get into it, my friends. How to double your sales in 90 days or less. It's a really tall, and that's a big thing to say, but I know that you can do it if you follow these 3 steps. Okay, so how to double your sales in 90 days or less. Point number 1, my friends, is work every pipeline. Friends, I said it before and I'll say it again. No salesperson can live on one type of sale alone. It takes sales from every pipeline for any ultimate sales pro to reach their potential. And the first step in doubling your sales in 90 days or less is to realize that you need sales from every pipeline and to start working each and every single pipeline. I'm talking about working them all: the walk-ins, the fresh ups, the internet leads, the mastermind or auto alert leads, whatever software you use at your dealership, incoming phone leads, people in service, orphan owners, previous customers, referrals. There is no question that there is not one pipeline in your dealership that doesn't have sales flowing through it right now. The only question that exists, will you work every one of those pipelines, or only the easy ones, or only the ones that you're used to? Because working them all, or at least working more of them than you are right now, that's an absolute must for you to be able to double your sales in 90 days or less.
Oh, but Frank, you can't sell cars to service customers. I tried it once. It can't be done.
Come on, man. I can easily, without any help or research, name you a dozen salespeople who sell cars out of service every single day. And I'm not talking about like 1 car a month or 2 cars a month. I'm talking 10, 12, 20, 30 cars a month right out of service. And I can say the same about every single pipeline in the dealership. Friends, if you want to double your sales in 90 days or less, you're gonna have to work more of the pipelines than the ones that you're working right now. Some of you are only working fresh floor ups. Friends, that's not enough. You got to work more fresh ups and add more pipelines. Some of you are only working leads. You're walking around saying,
oh, I'm in the internet department. I don't need to work fresh floor ups. I'm in the internet department.
Hey, listen here, Fancy. Pretty soon I'm going to stop calling you Fancy and I'm going to start calling you broke, because that's what you're going to be, broke. You can't live on just internet leads. You need internet leads, fresh floor ups, service leads, referrals from your previous customers, repeat customers. Look, I'm not even getting into like social media, referral websites, influencers, groups on social media, and things like that. That would be in a video where I talk about tripling your sales in 90 days or less. That's a whole nother video, to be honest. Okay, that video would most likely just go right over your head. Don't give me the BS that you don't have time to work all these pipelines either. Brothers and sisters, I'm only sitting behind this microphone right here in my studio 1 day a week. The rest of the days, I'm in dealerships with my boots and my ears to the ground. And you know what I hear? I hear and I see salespeople flipping off all day long. You ain't going to get no sympathy or no sugarcoating from me. Oh, no, man. You came to the wrong place for that. I work longer, harder, and smarter than any of y'all out there. I know you got the time. The problem is your ass ain't organized. You got no plan. You're just showing up every day to see what's going to happen, or see what's going to show up for you. That ain't gonna work, son. That's why you're stuck at 8 or 12 or 20 cars a month. That's why you are stuck. You wanna double your numbers? You're gonna have to at least double the amount of pipelines that you're currently working. At a minimum, add your previous customers and start working them for repeat business and for referrals. And don't go doing it like you're some beggar.
Can you send me someone who's looking to buy a car? If you know anybody, can you send them my way?
Or like a gangster.
Send me the names of 3 people who might be in the market for a car, or the next car you'll be riding in will be a hearse.
Come on, man. That give me 3 names thing, that shit ain't never worked, man. Look, just reach out to every one of your past customers every month and just check in. A simple text message. Hey, man, let me know if you ever need anything. Hey, you're probably due for an oil change. Let me know if you'd like me to schedule an appointment for you. There are at least 8 pipelines of customers that can flow into the lap of every single salesperson. Stop shutting off the valve and turn on the pump and let those pipelines flow. Guess what? There is more of how to double your sales in 90 days or less, and it's coming right up. You turned it on, now leave it on. Live with Lopes will be right back.
Live with Lopes is brought to you by Cars.com, showcasing the full value of local dealerships to the most valuable experience. Hamlin & Associates, your next record month starts here. And Car Now, the only road to real time.
Are going to match what's online to what's in the store.
It's a weird concept.
That's incredible.
We looked at something that hasn't been a lot of innovation in the last decade or so. So we wanted to put our CarNow spin on it.
I've done away with all of the other vendors because CarNow is so much more significant.
We don't pressure people to get their information. We more answer the questions that they're asking us, and we earn their information.
We've noticed that all of our metrics have gone up. Nice little side effect, gross profits, which are kind of important too.
If you really truly care about the experience your guests are getting online, then CarNow is the right product because it truly gives them the experience that they deserve and that they've been asking for.
You're watching Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com.
This is Brad Wise, General Manager of Furman Chevrolet Mazda in Brandon, and it's time to get more frank.
Double your sales in 90 days or less on this brand new episode of The Best Show in Auto, Live with Lopes. We are back, my friends. We are back. Double your sales in 90 days or less. I know that you can do it, and these three things are not hard. It is easy for any salespeople to double their sales in 90 days or less. We already did one. Let's keep it rolling right on with number 2. Master having can-do conversations. Friends, your customers don't want to hear you talk about what you can't do for them. Your customers don't want to hear you tell them that they can't have or can't do something. Your customers don't want to hear you say no. What do they want to hear? They want to hear what you can do. They want to hear what they can have. And that means that you must become a master of something I call can-do conversations. Anybody watching right now who's in Strong 30 training is like, there's Frank with the can-do conversations again. Man, most powerful thing he ever taught me. Friends, conversations where you change your language to only talk about what you can do or what can be done or what the customer can do. It is an extremely powerful way to communicate. Instead of saying, no, I'm sorry, we don't have one in black, a master of can-do conversations would say, hey, in stock, ready to go today, we have red, white, silver, dark gray, light blue, and dark blue. Instead of saying, no, there is no 0% financing, or a better one like,
oh man, we ain't even had 0% financing for 4 years.
A can-do conversation is going to sound like, hey, today Toyota has 3.9 financing for up to 60 months on Camrys. See how easy it is to change it? Instead of saying, we don't have any Grand Highlanders in stock, someone having a can-do conversation would say, hey, you can reserve any of the Grand Highlanders we have coming in, and when it arrives, boom, it's yours. See, it's kind of like the difference between playing checkers and playing chess, except you're playing the easiest game of chess ever to be played. Saying no only hurts your chances of helping your customer get what they want, which is not an in-stock Grand Highlander or 0% or a black vehicle. What they want is a vehicle. But you keep saying no to the ways that they come up with instead of telling them other ways that they can get exactly what it is that they want. You see, a slight difference in the way that you think will result in a huge difference in the way that you communicate. And that will make a monstrous difference in the message that your customer hears. You should never, ever say no. That's for your customer to say when you ask them no-based questions. Hey, are you opposed to a different color? Well, no, but I'd really like black. Well, today, in stock and ready to go, we have dark blue, dark gray, brown. See what I'm saying? Can-do conversations are an absolute game changer, and they're another thing that you must do to double your sales in 90 days or less. Do you know what else you need to do to double your sales in 90 days or less? It's the number 3 thing for our show right now. But to be honest, it's the number 1 thing, actually, that you should do. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I'm talking about following up. If you want to double your sales in 90 days or less, you gotta follow up.
But Frank, I do follow up.
Yeah, sure, Kyle. Yeah, okay. Let's open up the CRM and take a look at your follow-up. But Frank, I do it from my personal phone. Okay, let's use the CRM to find your unsold customers, and then let's find them in your phone. Well, I delete all my text messages. Sure you do, Kyle. Come on, man. I was born at night, but it wasn't last night. Okay, following up with your customers is not something that you do that's like a one and done type of thing. Oh, no. It's a until they buy or die type of thing. It ain't like a type even. It's the way. That is the way that you do it until they buy or die. Some of you were like, oh, until they buy or die. That's so old school. Said the salesperson stuck at 6 cars a month, living in their mom's basement, got to listen to their stepdad talk shit all day about how he was the man back in the day, all the while driving a POS 2015 Civic. Come on, man. Till they buy or die is old school. But only fools don't follow up with their unsold customers with that type of intensity, discipline, tenacity, and dedication. Only fools think that follow-up is a waste of time and would rather sit on the golf cart, scrolling TikTok, talking shit on the videos they see on there. Not my videos, of course. You best not be talking shit on my videos. Okay, you must be, you best be hitting hitting that heart and then scrolling onto some other type of video of a dog wearing a hoodie eating a meatball parm sandwich or something like that. Come on, man. And not just following up with your customers that did not buy. Son, what about your customers that did buy? Where do you think those repeat and referral customers come from? You think that once they buy one car from you, that they are like obligated to buy all the rest of their cars from you and send you all their family, their uncles, their aunties, their cousins, and the other kids on the other parents on their kids' Pee-wee football team? Hell no. If you follow up, you get the chance to possibly be considered the next time they are ready to buy, or be considered the next time they hear someone they know talking about buying a car. And friends, hear me now. Some managers ain't gonna like the words that I'm about to speak, okay? But I gotta speak the truth. Friends, stop calling people on the phone, okay? You keep dialing and they keep denying. What do you got to do? Man, you got to text. Use text messaging to make the connection. Then transition that text conversation over to the phone and set an appointment. But not just like one text and then that's it. You're done. No, a minimum of 2 or 3 a day, every day until they buy or die. Friends, my final words, they're coming right up. So don't go anywhere. Friends, my final words are coming up, so don't go anywhere. The best show in auto will be right back.
You're watching Live with Lopes, brought to you by Cars.com. 7MS, the 7-minute setup by Frank J. Lopes, was tagged as one of the 7 best investments you can make by Forbes magazine. Yeah, Forbes magazine. Grab it today on Amazon, Apple Books, Barnes & Noble, and wherever books are sold online.
This is Brad Wise, General Manager of Furman Chevrolet Mazda in Brandon, and it's time to get more Frank.
My friends, it's time for the final word, and the final word tonight is one of my, literally one of my utmost favorite words in the English language. That word, my favorite, one of the utmost favorite words in the English language that I have is the word work. There is not one salesperson watching this that honestly does not want to double their sales. And there is not one salesperson watching this right now that wants it to take a year or 2 years' time for them to be able to double their sales. Each and every single one of you watching, you want it and you want it now. Well, my friends, you can double your sales and you can do it in 90 days or less. You absolutely can, but it won't happen unless you work. Now, Do I want you working 7 days a week? Oh, no. Hell no. Do I want you working 18 hours a day? No. But do I want you working the entire time you are at the dealership? You know, like when you are supposed to be working? Oh, hell yes. Friends, doubling your sales in 90 days or less is actually quite an easy thing to do because you really need to only do what you are supposed to do, and honestly, nothing more. Seriously, just do what it is that you're supposed to do when you're at work, and you will double your sales in 90 days or less. Start with the goal of doubling your sales in less than 90 days. If you're usually doing 6 cars a month, make your goal 12 cars a month. If you're usually doing 10 cars a month, make your goal 20 cars a month. Anything more than 30 cars a month, doubling to 60, you're probably doing everything I talked about, and your double is going to come from a different set of tactics and actions. We need to talk about those one-on-one, to be honest. But the majority of you, the vast majority of you watching, you can double your sales in 90 days or less just with the 3 things that I talked about. Work every pipeline to its fullest, mastering can-do conversations and following up. Notice I said nothing about slick snake tongue closes or any tricks or anything like that. You don't need those things. What you need to do is work. Put in the work and your sales will double in 90 days or less. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. Thanks to our sponsors, Cars.com and CarNow. And most importantly, thanks to you, our viewers. Hit that share button if you haven't already. And my friends, God bless you. God bless the USA, and thank God for the car business. We'll see you next time.